What's up? So listen, the beginning, I'm going to tell you how to get started if you want to start the carnivore diet. If you want to start a carnivore lifestyle or an animal-based lifestyle, what you need to do as a normal person, your normal everyday person eating a normal American diet, which is probably not great. So a lot of people asking me, well, how would I get started? What do I do? Would it be hard? Would I have any, side effects, anything like that? So listen, check it out. What you're going to do is when you first start out, you're going to go to the supermarket, right? And you're just going to keep in mind, keep it in your head what your goal is and what kind of food you should be buying. So instead of buying all the pastas and rices and all that, you don't need to buy that stuff. Unless you got a family that's not going to be following the same diet you are, then sure. Then you could buy them for your family and so forth. But if you don't have to worry about it. So check it out. When you go to the store, let's say you're buying 1 week's worth of food. Typically what I'll buy 3 or 4 steaks. I'll buy 1.5 pounds of ground beef, maybe 1.5 pounds of ground turkey, and maybe one big family size thing of chicken, right? I'll also get Irish butter or Finlandia butter. I'll buy bacon. For a week, it's about 36 eggs if you're having 4 a day. What else do we do here? If you need any kind of condiments, mustard's good to go. Hot sauce is good to go. If you really need to have your ketchup for whatever reason, if it's something you just can't kick, which even me, I use a little bit sometimes every now and again. Okay? So, you want to get no sugar ketchup or no sugar barbecue sauce, things of that nature. I also like to have a little bit of salsa because I like to use salsa in my Monster Mash. That's really good. So we got your meats, right? You got your bacon, your ground beef, your steak, your ground turkey, chicken, eggs, your butter. I like to have extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil. I was about to say avocado, whatever. So avocado oil, and extra virgin olive oil. No bread, no rice, no potatoes, no vegetables needed for the carnivore diet. And generally, that much food will probably cost you. Now listen, if you go to Aldi, you could probably get 4 steaks, your ground beef, your ground turkey. You could probably get everything probably around, I don't know, about $100 maybe, $100. So it'll cost you $100 to eat for the week, which ain't terrible, really. That's for one guy. Now, if you have a family, things will change a little bit. But everybody's a little different. Everybody's an individual, so they all have their individual needs. So what I would recommend for the normal person, so say you go food shopping today, like I'm going to go later today, and that's what I'm going to get, right? Now, for the normal person, say you're starting your diet and it's Monday and you're starting your carnivore diet and you've done a normal traditional Western, American diet. You want to ease into it. I would recommend easing into it. So what you're going to do is let's say week 1 or day 1, we're going to go with, say 75 grams of carbs for the day, right? So all you're going to do is you're going to split 75 grams of carbs between all your meals evenly as you can, or between the last 3 meals. Typically, you're going to eat your breakfast, which would be your eggs and your meat. Then you're going to have a meat meal followed by another meat meal. So let's say you're doing 3 meals a day. Meal 1, 4 eggs, 6 to 8 ounces of steak or bacon. Meal 2, steak, and say 25 grams of carbs, whether it be I don't even know off the top of my brain. Maybe that's like a quarter cup of cooked rice or something. I'm not 100% sure at the moment. All right. So, and then meal 3, maybe your last meal. So you're doing 3 meals. So meal 2 would be, say, 35 grams of carbs from rice and your steak. And your last meal would be 35 grams of rice with your steak or your ground beef, whatever it decides to be. And that, I don't want you to do that for the week. Then week 2, we're going to drop it to 50 grams of carbs. Those last 2 meals, make it 25 grams of carbs, whatever it is. Split between the 2. Week 3, let's drop it down to half of that, 25 grams of carbs. So instead of splitting it between the 2 meals, maybe you just do the middle of the day meal. So you'll do your eggs and all that in the morning, and then your meal 2, which is your steak and your carb, make that your steak and your carb, and then meal 3 will be no carbs. You do that for the week. And on your 4th week, no carbs all week long. See how you feel. Or if it's been like 3 days and, you feel a little jacked up, then have maybe 25 grams once a week or something. You can start doing that. Now, what I personally do, so let's say today, for instance, I just got my truck back from the shop. I'm happy to have my Ford, my F1, my Ford here, my truck. I've been driving this little Bronco around. Well, it's a pretty cool little Bronco, self-drives and whatnot. It's so little, I needed my room. So I got my truck back. I'm happy about that. So today I haven't eaten. So let's say today, today I had 30 grams of protein mixed with water this morning. And now I got my truck back, and now I'm sitting in front of the gym shooting this for you guys. So I didn't eat. All I had was a protein shake this morning. Put the kids on a bus, went and got my truck. Now I'm at the gym. When I get to the gym and I go home, well, on my way home, I'm going to stop at the supermarket. I'm going to buy all this stuff I just told you. I'm going to stop at Aldi because I ain't rich, motherfucker. And I'm a normal-ass dude, and I'm going to try to save money where I can, just like you will. Now, if you got money, if you ain't got money issue, you have plenty of it to spend, whatever your situation is, you want to get all grass-fed beef, grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised eggs, not pasteurized, not organic, pasture-raised eggs. If you don't know the difference, you can look it up. Pasture-raised just means the eggs are, the chicken are free to roam in a normal environment, or they handle normal life situations. They're not kept in a cage. They're not hormoned. They're normal, just living, left alone. Pasture-raised, free to pasture. So grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised, Irish butter, that's really the only difference. You're going to get your chicken. You want it to be pasture-raised chicken. No hormones, all that shit. So, all right. So, my first meal of the day when I get out of the gym, when I get back from the supermarket, will be 5 eggs. And probably, I don't have anything prepared at the house, so probably bacon. About 6 to 8 ounces of bacon. It's like, I don't know, a half a pack of bacon. Whatever it is. About 6 to 8 strips of bacon, let's say. With my 5 eggs. That'll be my meal 1 for the day. And it will be about noon. That's going to be my first meal of the day. Second meal will be at 3 o'clock, which will probably be some steak. Third meal will be around dinner time, 7 o'clock-ish, 6:30. And that'll be meat, beef, steak, ground beef, whatever I decide to cook up. And that'll be it for me. That'll be my day. You could do the same. But like I said, you might want to ease into it. And that'll be it. Now, I'm in the middle of trying to cut. So if I wasn't trying to cut, that meal directly after the gym would be maybe 4 eggs, the bacon, and about a half a cup of oatmeal with a scoop of vanilla protein into it. I end up with about 100 grams of protein for my post-workout meal after that, and about 35 grams of carbs. Now, again, I follow a hyper-carnivore diet. So for me, about 90% of my diet is meat. 10% is where, like, that oatmeal is. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. That's how I run it. That's how I do it. I will probably put in this, after I'm done talking here, I'll probably video some food laid out on the table for you so you can see it all. And that should get you started. That's how I would begin. And then, let me know how you feel. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you like this shit, subscribe to it, like it, so more people can see it, because all I'm trying to do is show people what's possible. That, because you hear a lot of people say, oh, it's too hard to follow the diet. Oh, I need my pasta, I need my rice. I have a family. Listen, I got a family too. I work a job too. We all of us have shit going on in life. But if you really want to feel better and you really want to have the energy that you had in your 20s and you're like 30, 40 years old, this is how you do it. Another thing I add, make sure you take a multivitamin. Important to take a multivitamin. Magnesium, zinc, vitamin D, extremely important, especially if you're a man and you want to continue to be a fucking man. It all helps increase testosterone, balance your hormones, make you feel a lot better. So follow along. If you have any more questions, ask, and I'll be more than welcome to help you. Like I said, I want people to see it's possible to do this, and you can if you prioritize your health. Listen, it's not selfish to take an hour out of your day to take care of yourself. In taking care of yourself, it ensures that the people you love have you around longer. It ensures the people you love that look to you as being a role model see that it is important to take care of your health. You want to be a role model for people to look up to you, so you want to do the right thing. You want to take care of yourself. You want to eat healthy. You want to eat right. You don't want to be a fucking slob. Because if you are, all that does is tell your children or anyone that looks up to you that it's okay to be that way. And it's fucking not. Now, this might sound harsh, but being unhealthy, not taking care of yourself, is selfish. You're showing the people that look up to you and your children and anyone that looks up to you for anything that it's okay to drink or do drugs or eat pizza and eat shit all the time. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to do the exact same thing. Do you want that for your children? Do you want that for the people that look up to you? Do you want them to grow up out of shape and unhealthy with heart problems, not to live as long as they possibly can? If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for the people that look up to you. Take care of yourself. Stop being a bum. Stop being lazy, man. All you're doing is teaching the people that look up to you, your children and others, that it's okay to be that way. Do better. You can do better. I promise you, if you follow this diet, 90% of the people, listen, there are some people that it may not be good for, and that's fine. It happens. But 90% of the people will feel better. You will like how you feel more than you like the pasta. And if you need to have it once a month to make yourself feel better, fine. Make it your post-workout meal. Have a bowl of pasta, your post-workout meal. Or, whatever. Once a month, fine. Nobody's perfect. Every once in a while, I'll have a slice of pizza, yeah. Yeah, and it's good. But I'm right back on the grind the next day. Or I'll have that piece of pizza or whatever with my children, and I'll be right back to it, man. I don't let it stop me, and it doesn't continue. Once in a blue, man. So, you are strong, you are powerful. You can do it. The willpower is there, your heart. Have the heart and the will to be better, be stronger, be wiser, be smarter. Push yourself. Show some fucking discipline. And be the role model your kids want you and need you to be. Now go fucking get it. So this is a typical buy. This is about a week's worth of food. And I want to say it costs about 75 bucks. It's really not crazy. So, what do we got? A few steaks. I seen that corned beef brisket, so it's on sale, so I had to get it. 2 things of ground beef. What are they? About 1.5 pounds each. Bacon. 2 dozen eggs. Turkey breast. When you're in a pinch, you need something to eat. One of these pouches, right? It's 4 servings of 9 grams of protein. What's the math on that? 36. Avocado oil. And when I do use spray, olive oil spray, you're using a small amount, so it's not the end of the world. But this is what I would be. I would usually get chicken, but we already had chicken, so there'd be chicken in here. That'd be about another maybe like 12 to 15 bucks, so maybe it's like $85. I mix that in for the week, and then it's usually it's about a week's worth of food, maybe one more steak, you know. But yeah, understand if you're going food shopping, it's fairly simple to buy your food and know what you're gonna get. To maintain, the other thing I didn't talk about was this Irish butter here. Irish butter, it's reversed because of the mirroring effect of the foam, but Irish butter. When you look at the ingredients label on here, it's pasteurized cream, salt, and butter. That's it. Now I want to show you something. If you buy something like, I can't believe it's not butter, something that they try to tell you is healthy, right? If you look at the ingredients on this, purified water, soybean oil, palm and palm kernel oil, lecithin, soy, natural flavor, vinegar, beta-carotene for color. I mean, it's not butter. It's oil. You don't want to eat this. They tell you it's healthy, but it's not. Let's see if I can get the ingredients on there for you. Okay? It's probably reversed, so reverse this thing if you can. You don't want to eat that, man. You really don't. Why do I have it in here? Because unfortunately, I'm not the only one that follows the carnivore. I'm the only one that follows the carnivore diet in my household. So, I must provide for others, obviously. So, but this is the diet you'd want to follow, something similar to this. Now, you can have some fruit. The only time I have fruit is post-workout, and that would typically be berries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, blueberries. That's it. And typically I stick to blueberries because I enjoy blueberries. You throw them in the freezer. Pretty damn good frozen. Plus, when you put them, maybe put a couple in your oatmeal. Now, oatmeal, that's another controversial thing in the carnivore space. It's obviously not carnivore, but again, I told you before, I'll tell you again, I'm hyper carnivore, so 90% of my diet is all meat and eggs, and the 10% would be my oatmeal. I only have half a cup of oatmeal post-workout, which I'm going to make up in a minute, and sometimes I'll throw some blueberries in it, and if they're frozen, it cools it down a little bit, but all I do is half a cup of oatmeal and vanilla protein powder. And there's about 1 carb in it. So that's what I usually use. And I go to supplementhunt.com and I buy my supplements through them. And typically they're extremely cheap because they're close to their expiration date. And what I buy is Rival Way, made by Rivulus, right? This is great protein. 24 grams of protein for 1 scoop, and 1 scoop is 28.9 grams. So think about that. There's only 4.9 grams of other things in here. The ingredients: protein blend, whey protein concentrate, whey protein hydro, natural flavors. Now there are some, nothing too bad in here. I think their main sweetener is sucralose. Now we know about sucralose, but when you're not taking in sugar anyway, I personally believe it doesn't really have a major effect on you. And again, there's only 2 carbs, 1 gram of fat. So it's useful for you to try that. And Supplement Hunt is where you can go to get cheaper supplements. I think I paid $11.99 for that thing, and there is 31 servings. Can you beat that? I don't think you can. I don't think you can. So go to supplementhunt.com if you want any of those kind of supplements. That's it. So that's typically what I eat, and that's how you could shop. So give it a whirl. That turkey breast, right? What I'll do sometimes is I'll take a couple slices of turkey and I'll roll a piece of, American cheese in the middle, and I'll roll it up, and I'll use one of those packages, which is about 36 grams of protein, and I'll roll it up with however many slices. She usually makes about 7 rolls, turkey and cheese rolls. You end up with I don't know, 60 grams of protein. You know what I'm saying? 0 carbs. So pretty damn good. Yeah, there's no carb. Is there carb in this turkey? Let me see. I stand corrected. There are 2 grams of carbs per serving. So that will put you at 8 grams of carbs. If you were to actually get deli meat from a butcher, I'd be willing to bet you can get 0 carb turkey. That is under roasted, so it probably has some flavoring ingredients. And now that right there is probably the worst thing I bought. Now I bought that because when I'm in a pinch, it's good to use an Aldi. It doesn't really have cold cuts. You know what I'm saying? So that is my diet. That is how I achieve the physique I have. I take creatine, but who the fuck doesn't? And that's it. So, if you have any other questions, give me a shout, give me a holler, subscribe if you like this. If you like this type of stuff, then all means great. And let me know, and maybe I'll, cook up some and do that as well. Either way, ciao. You can do it. Go get it. There you are. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 pieces of bacon. That with about 4 eggs. That's breakfast, baby. So listen, you got the 4 eggs, the 5 piece bacon, whatever the hell that was, and then this is the half a cup of oatmeal with protein powder in it, and I'll mix that up all good. And this right here is the normal breakfast I would have. Post-workout has oatmeal. Non-post-workout is just this. And maybe I'll switch the bacon out for steak, or usually steak or this. I'll eat sausage, but I don't eat it that often. Not that you can't, you can. And so the eggs, 4 at 7 grams of protein, that's 28. This is probably 10 or whatever. Let's say it's 10. That's 48. Then this is 24 grams of protein, 2 tablespoons of milk, and the oatmeal. So this is probably 27, 28 grams of protein. So 28, and what did I say, 30, 34, whatever. 28, 38, and 28. What is that? 78, 86? That's not bad. 86 is good. 86 is good, That's it. Yeah, and that's one meal. Give it a shot. Try it out.